WHO has also informed 12 countries whose nationals disembarked in Saint Helena. Those 12 countries are Canada, Denmark, Germany, the Netherlands, New Zealand, St. Kitts and Nevis, Singapore, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. In addition, WHO is supporting health authorities in South Africa to follow up people who were on the flight from Saint Helena to Johannesburg with the woman who later died. Meanwhile, investigations into the cause of the outbreak are continuing. Prior to boarding the ship, the first 2 cases had traveled through Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay on a birdwatching trip, which included visits to sites where the species of rat that's known to carry Hantavirus was present. WHO is working with health authorities in Argentina to understand the movements of the couple, and I thank the government of Argentina for its cooperation, given its experience and expertise with Hantavirus.
The passengers that were exposed to the Hantavirus and who were dispersed from Saint Helena, the biggest concern for their affected countries wouldn't be explosive human-to-human spread, but silent, uneven detection of imported severe cases and the strain that comes with trying to find them early. Countries such as Canada, United States, the United Kingdom, and others in Europe, like Germany or Netherlands, all have strong surveillance systems. But Hantavirus is exactly the kind of pathogen that tests their limits. Not because it spreads easily between people, but because it often looks like something else at first. Early symptoms mimic common flu-like illnesses: fever, fatigue, muscle aches. That means imported cases can slip through routine screening unless clinicians are specifically alerted. In a multi-country exposure scenario, the real challenge becomes pattern recognition across borders, not border control itself. For smaller nations like St. Kitts and Nevis, or highly connected travel hubs like Singapore, the concern shifts slightly. A single missed diagnosis can trigger extensive contact tracing efforts, hospital isolation protocols, and public anxiety, even if onward transmission risk remains low. The deeper vulnerability is not just medical, but operational. Healthcare systems must rapidly differentiate hantavirus from dengue, influenza, COVID-like illnesses, and other febrile diseases. Laboratories need surge capacity, especially if samples are being confirmed internationally. Public communication becomes critical, because fear often spreads faster than the virus itself. There's also a geopolitical layer. When multiple countries are notified simultaneously, as with exposures tied to travel routes through South America and Africa, coordination through bodies like the World Health Organization becomes essential. Without it, you get fragmented responses, some countries overreacting, others under-testing. The most thought-provoking reality is this: Hantavirus doesn't need to go global to feel global. A handful of travelers moving through interconnected aviation routes is enough to turn a localized environmental exposure, rodents in specific ecological zones, into an international investigation spanning 5 continents. In that sense, the threat isn't just the virus itself, it's what it exposes. How quickly modern travel can turn a rare, geographically rooted disease into a shared international intelligence problem rather than a purely local outbreak.